Sir Cliff Richard, born Harry Roger Webb on October 14, 1940, in Lucknow, India, has been one of Britain's most enduring musical icons. From humble beginnings, he developed a passion for American rock and roll, inspired by Elvis Presley and Little Richard. This love for music transformed him into a pioneer of British rock, influencing generations of artists. Over 6 decades, Cliff has sold over 250 million records, remained consistently relevant, and maintained a reputation of professionalism and integrity. Now at 85, he reflects on his extraordinary life, particularly his relationship with another British legend, George Harrison. Early years and musical beginnings. After Indian independence in 1948, Cliff's family returned to England, settling in Cheshunt, Hertfordshire. Growing up in modest post-war surroundings, he discovered his love for music. The young Harry Roger Webb would spend hours listening to American rock and roll, mesmerized by its energy and rhythm. By his teenage years, he was performing with local bands and honing his craft. His dedication and charisma caught the attention of managers and producers, setting him on a path to stardom. These formative years instilled a resilience and discipline that would become hallmarks of his long-lasting career. Breakthrough with Move It. Cliff Richard's debut single, Move It, released in 1958, is widely regarded as Britain's first authentic rock and roll hit. Its raw energy, driving guitar riffs, and Cliff's smooth vocals instantly distinguished him from other performers. Alongside his band, the Drifters, soon renamed the Shadows, he helped shape the sound of British rock. Their performances combined instrumental brilliance with Cliff's vocal appeal, captivating audiences across the UK. The success of Move It paved the way for British rock and set a precedent for young musicians, establishing Cliff as a teen idol and a pioneer whose influence extended far beyond the charts. Rise to fame and teen idol status. Throughout the late 1950s and early 1960s, Cliff Richard and the Shadows released a string of hits, including Living Doll, Travel in Light, and Please Don't Tease. These songs captured the optimism and energy of post-war British youth culture. Cliff's image, clean-cut, approachable, and professional, made him a favourite of families and teenagers alike. While many contemporaries faded under the pressures of fame, Cliff's disciplined approach ensured longevity. He became a cultural icon, inspiring not only fans, but also musicians who would later define the British invasion, including the Beatles. His early success laid the groundwork for a career that would span decades, adapting to changing musical trends. As the 1960s progressed, musical tastes evolved rapidly. While the Beatles and other British bands revolutionized pop and rock, Cliff adapted. He expanded his repertoire to include pop ballads and gospel music, demonstrating versatility that few could match. Hits like Congratulations, performed at the 1968 Eurovision Song Contest, showcased his ability to remain relevant while staying true to his wholesome image. His Christian faith began influencing his work, shaping the lyrical content and themes of his songs. Cliff's ability to navigate changing trends without compromising his values exemplified his professionalism and enduring appeal in an industry often defined by fleeting fame. Record-breaking achievements over more than 6 decades, Cliff Richard sold more than 250 million records worldwide. He is the only artist to achieve a UK top 5 hit in every decade, from the 1950s through the 2010s. Honoured with a knighthood in 1995, he became the first rock star to receive such recognition, reflecting his contributions to British culture. Awards such as the Ivor Novello and Brit accolades acknowledged his musical and charitable achievements. His sustained success, unmatched versatility, and impeccable reputation make him a singular figure in music history, whose influence continues to resonate with fans, musicians, and the industry alike. Later, career and rock and roll tributes. Even in his later years, Cliff demonstrated remarkable energy. Albums such as The Fabulous Rock and Roll Songbook, 2013, and Just Fabulous Rock and Roll, 2016, celebrated the genre that inspired his early career. The latter included a virtual duet with Elvis Presley, highlighting his enduring connection to rock and roll's pioneers. These projects were commercially successful and critically acclaimed, reaching the UK Albums Chart Top 10. Cliff's ability to revisit classic material with fresh energy reaffirmed his place in music history, showing that passion, experience, and authenticity can triumph over fleeting trends. Continuing original work. Cliff's creativity did not fade with age. Rise Up, 2018. His first album of original material in 14 years reflected his unyielding spirit and dedication to songwriting. Its uplifting themes and dynamic sound resonated with audiences and critics alike. Subsequent releases, including Music, The Air That I Breathe, 2020, and Christmas with Cliff, 2022, displayed versatility and deep connection to his material. His music remained meaningful and joyful, appealing to both longtime fans and new listeners. Cliff's enduring ability to reinvent himself while maintaining his roots underlines his exceptional place in modern music. Meeting George Harrison. Cliff. Richard first met George Harrison in the early 1960s, a period when the Beatles were just beginning their ascent, and Cliff had already become a household name. George admired Cliff's early professionalism and achievements, while Cliff respected George's musicianship and humility. Their initial meeting was quiet and unassuming, far from glamorous, but it left a lasting impression. Cliff noticed George's shyness and quiet depth, sensing a thoughtful, spiritual personality beneath the public persona. These early impressions set the stage for a friendship rooted in mutual respect, curiosity, and shared artistic sensibilities, transcending the pressures of fame. A friendship of faith and philosophy. Cliff and George developed a friendship grounded in introspection and spirituality, despite differing beliefs. While Cliff approached life through Christianity, George explored Hinduism and meditation. Their conversations, often about God, peace, and personal growth, were profound but never contentious. George's philosophy, expressed in simple yet powerful words, resonated deeply with Cliff. The singer recalls, "All paths lead to the same place if your heart is right." These exchanges left a lasting impact, encouraging Cliff to reflect on music, spirituality, and human connection in ways he had not before. Mutual respect and influence. Over time, both men influenced each other's understanding of art and life. Cliff admired George's quiet courage and ability to step away from fame, finding solace in simplicity and meditation. George, in turn, respected Cliff's dedication to craft and spiritual integrity. Despite pursuing different paths, Cliff as a public performer and George often as a recluse, both men shared a commitment to authenticity and depth. Cliff admitted that George's music inspired him to explore more meaningful, spiritually infused themes in his own work, demonstrating the power of artistic and personal influence between friends. Coping with loss. George Harrison's death in 2001 left a profound void in Cliff's life. Although they were not in constant contact, the friendship had been significant and enduring. Cliff reflected on the loss as the passing of not only a musical genius, but also a kindred spirit. George's search for inner peace and his gentle nature left a lasting impression on Cliff, reinforcing the importance of humility, respect, and personal reflection. Even years later, Cliff remembers George's presence as quietly transformative, shaping his perspective on music, life, and the fleeting nature of fame. Legacy of peace and connection. Cliff often highlights George's legacy of peace, love, and authenticity, emphasizing that modern music frequently overlooks these qualities. He admires George's ability to prioritize soulfulness over fame, reminding young artists that music should come from the heart, not merely for chart success. Their friendship exemplifies a rare, enduring bond in the music industry, one that balanced public recognition with private respect, artistic influence, and spiritual connection. For Cliff, this relationship was a reminder that fame is secondary to human connection, integrity, and shared pursuit of deeper understanding, reflection, and gratitude. Now at 85, Cliff Richard reflects on his life, career, and friendship with George Harrison with gratitude. Their paths, though different, intersected at key moments, allowing both men to inspire and support each other. Cliff cherishes George not just as a Beatles legend, but as a man committed to inner truth, spirituality, and musical excellence. These reflections reveal the depth of Cliff's character, his capacity for admiration, empathy, and introspection. They also offer a glimpse into the private, thoughtful life of an artist whose public image has always combined warmth, discipline, and genuine human connection. Conclusion. Enduring legacy. Cliff Richard's life and career are defined not only by extraordinary musical achievements, but also by integrity, faith, and meaningful relationships. His reflections on George Harrison underscore the importance of mutual respect, shared artistry, and spiritual exploration. Even after more than 6 decades in the spotlight, Cliff continues to tour, record, and inspire new generations. His journey reminds us that true success is measured not only by fame and accolades, but by the connections we forge, the integrity we maintain, and the impact we leave on others. Sir Cliff Richard remains a timeless icon of music, character, and heart.